Good morning and welcome to day 16 of JanuDAILY. I'm literally already warming up the car. We're gonna run out to the grocery store because I do need to pick up a few things, specifically bananas. Our child eats so many bananas that I've had to Google in the past, how many bananas is too many bananas? And I also need to grab some spinach so I can make my very favorite super hyper fixation meal right now, which is this really delicious salad that I think I'm gonna prep and bring with me so I am able to eat lunch after I drop my son off, but also prior to another meeting that I have this afternoon. This time is for book stuff, so that's exciting. Additionally, on the agenda for today, the plan. Let's create the plan to finish the third book and final book in the Maybe series. I'm close. I think I was probably so close when I put it aside that it's gonna break my heart, because it would have probably been fine to release in February if I could just have mustered the emotional endurance to get through it. But everything started happening with my son, and that honestly just I did not have a smidge of brain space available for anything that was going to require all that much creativity. And I felt like I owed it to myself, to the characters, to the book, to my audience, to make sure that that project was getting the best of me. And at that moment in time, the best of me was going to figuring out how to get the proper resources for my son. So today is the day. We are going to go diving back into the manuscript. We're going to figure out exactly what needs to be done to get the project finished. And we are going to try to map out a little bit of a timeline and determine exactly what this is going to look like. So let's hop over to the grocery store, get what we need, prep some food. I'm gonna get this kid down for a nap early, because you wanna know what time this kid woke up this morning? He started shouting for me at 5:45. I was already up. I was trying to edit yesterday's video, but 5:45 for a child who used to wake up at 8:30 is aggressive. So he's going down for a nap super early today. We are back from the grocery store. I got fried green onions because I do put these on my salad. I got the spinach. I got another thing of iceberg. Even though I do already have some in the fridge, I have a feeling once I start making this salad again, it's all I'm gonna wanna eat, and therefore I'm gonna need more. I did secure bananas, 2 avocados, and something that I did not need was pimento cheese, but I bought it anyway. Something I do to make life a little bit easier is I try to prep as much as I possibly can for as many things as I possibly can, whether it's food or just day-to-day life things. So because I know that I'm gonna end up eating the salad quite a bit in the next few days, I am going to batch chop everything I need to go in the salad, so when it's time for me to assemble it, I can just throw all the pieces together and not have to fuss with ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. Doesn't mean that it's not it. The dressing is quite possibly the best part of this salad. It's made as a base with Greek yogurt. I use the non-fat just because that's what I have right now. I like to make a bigger batch of it just because I eat the salad so often. So I don't know the actual measurements, but I will have linked below the actual recipe so you can go and figure out what you need for yourself. But it's Greek yogurt, ranch seasoning, hot sauce, and a little bit of pickle juice, which might be weird, but I swear it's so good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assemble what I can of the salad so that I can bring it with me. Also, freaking dogs, man. So I start with half spinach, half iceberg. I like to chop mine up super fine because I like it to be like a chopped salad. You could essentially eat the salad with a spoon. Chicken, red onion, avocado, bacon bits, and I'm crazy. I like mine crispy, so I toast mine up in the pan. And then crispy onions, a Okay, so this is an actually huge salad. Very unlikely I'm gonna be able to eat the whole thing, but I'm going to put the dressing in a mason jar and just bring it with me. I also do salt and pepper.
Hi Joey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, how are you?
Very well, sorry for the delay there.
That is okay.
Where are you calling in from today?
North Carolina. All right, I had my meeting and that went really well. And so now I'm done with work, got my meetings done. I'm going to take a few minutes to kind of crawl through my manuscript and kind of get a sense of where I was, what would potentially need to be done to get this book done. And I know that I had some notes. I usually don't take notes like in a notebook, but for some reason I wrote all these things down in here. I'm willing to bet that, yeah, I feel like, let me see if I can open. Okay, I am trying not to panic. But things are missing. Thank God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that just made my whole stomach flip. For some reason, my file did not save correctly on my actual computer, but I had enough thought to, I guess, back this up on my hard drive. But I would have been missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 chapters if that save on my hard drive was not there. I could throw up. Let me check. Okay, so I'm at 45,000 words. Honestly, this book is probably gonna be closer to like 65-ish thousand. So we're looking at about 20,000 more words. If I put the deadline for the end of February, oh, hold on, just kidding. If I'm thinking that the target is going to be closer to 65,000. Then if I started today, by the end of February, I'd only have to write about 450 words a day. That's unlikely to happen at this moment. I don't think that through the end of January, it's realistic for me to think that I'm going to get to focus on this manuscript at all. So it really might be a situation where I just set out to finish the draft by the end of February and then kind of go from there. So if that is the case, if the initial draft is done by the end of February, my intention would be to go through and do any of the reworking and revisions through the beginning of March. So say March 15th is when I would feel ready to send it to my editor. March 15th, April to May, May to June, June to July, July to August, just say ballpark figure. It's realistic that this book then would get published late fall, early winter, which is great. That makes me happy. I would be happy with that. So that makes me nervous and excited, but it feels good to have like a grasp on kind of where I'm at and what I'm working on and still what I need to like complete to make this happen. It's really not that far off from being done. I just want to leave a lot of space and time for the revisions because with both yeah maybe and not so much, those were a little bit more like a very aggressive revision process and expedited revision process. We still took our time with it and we were very careful with it, but I want to give a little bit more time for that. It's worth noting that my editor is my sister who has like a real job and children, adult children, but children. And she's the only person that I want working on this series with me. And so she would do it quicker than that if I asked her to, but I don't want to put that kind of pressure on her in her life at the moment. So I think that's realistic. I think it's realistic to say that this book would likely come out towards the end of the fall season in 2025, which is very exciting. Maybe before then, but I'm not putting that out there quite yet. That makes me happy. And again, just one more entrance into feeling like my old self again, which is always just a really good feeling. So, okay. that feels good to do. It was a Chinese food for dinner kind of night, and it's 6:30, but I am terribly afraid that I'm coming down with something. The exhaustion has just so heavy and settled on my soul in the last like hour and a half that it's very possible. I'm trying to ignore it, pretend like it's not happening, but I also look like a ghoul in that lighting. Is this better? Not really, but it's fine. It feels a lot later than 6:30 if I'm being honest. Anyway, I am at the very least going to go and read. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was being summoned. At the very least, I'm gonna go and read in bed for a little bit, which very well may mean I'm asleep in the next 5 minutes, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for today. If you resonate with this content at all, if you just think we could be friends, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me something fun, and I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye!